So it looks like I spray tan because like this little white line right here kind of like outlining, you know, whenever you're coloring in a color book and like someone like outlines the object and then they color inside of the object, that's kind of what it looks like right now. And I don't know why it looks like that because I did not fake tan at all. I literally just went outside and that's why my hair is wet right now, and it kind of looks like I'm trying to recreate that Kendall Jenner or Kylie Jenner. I don't know, I can't tell the difference between any of them. Like the Met Gala look whenever she was having her hair slicked back. Oh my god, I literally need Cupid to shoot me with his bow. Like, I'm getting so lonely. And yesterday, I thought I had my chance. Like, I was this close to getting a boyfriend. And the day before that, I was this close to getting a boyfriend too. And yet, Cupid just doesn't hit me with their arrow. I just want something to cuddle with. And you know what? My stuffed animals is childish as that sounds because these are supposed to be actually going in the storage room that we have, like, I was about to say like next door, next to my room. This is supposed to go over there, but I was just kind of too lazy to like shovel it out because literally this is why I cannot live in the snow, because like, you know how you like shovel your driveway? Yeah, this is kind of what this is. Like, I have to literally shovel this whole landfill of stuffed animals right now, and probably why I'm single, to be honest. And this is probably why my WATTPAD story that happened to me yesterday did not end up like the other WATTPAD stories, and I'm still lonely. This, but yesterday I got tired of being at my house because I was just in here for so long where I memorized every little corner. Like, if I would do the bird box challenge that was popular like a year ago, I would literally not even need someone to guide me around because I know it myself. Like, I can guide myself. Like, I'm my own tour guide for this house if I would be taking a tour of this house, because I know this house so much better than I've ever known in my entire life. Like, you know what? I'm gonna go ride a bike. And my legs were already kind of sore because
I did a lot of squats the previous day
because I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get that juicy butt. Ugh, I hate using the word juicy. Like, most people hate using the word moist, but I hate the word juicy. Like, I don't know why. It just makes me feel weird. And I feel like Lizzo owns that word because she made a song called Juicy, I believe. So I feel like I'm just like being copyrighted 24/7. This is
how a YouTuber's brain works.
Okay, I'm not a YouTuber and I don't really have that much of a brain, so I don't really know what I'm saying. Anyway, just give you a little bit of a background of my neighborhood whenever you go outside. So my neighbors, between them, like to play this little game of how can we avoid each other, because all my neighbors just love to avoid each other. I don't know why. Let me give you an example. So like, if two people are walking like this, or like you're in a group and like you're in your little group like this, and like you guys almost bump into one another, one of you has to go and cross the street to avoid the other person. I'm not even kidding. That is literally how my neighborhood works. So I was following the rules like, you know, any other person would, because even though they're not like a Declaration of Independence for like my neighborhood or something, like everyone knows to follow those rules because it's just like something that's in the back of all of my neighbors' heads. And I was like crossing the streets and stuff like that, and like I was looking both ways and, you know, being safe. And then I started to get a little bit cocky. I was like, you know what? I don't need to look like I'm so good at this. Like, I can just sense everything in this entire universe. Like, don't even need to double check to cross the street. Well, you know what? I do that and I almost get ran over. In Apple, they do this. I don't know if like Samsung does this or anything, but in Apple, they like make this little memory portfolio thing, and like you can press play and like it'll slide through all the photos that you ever have. Well, that's what kind of happened in my mind while I was almost getting ran over. Luckily, the car stopped and I stopped because I was smart enough to have my hand on the brakes. So after that, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go back home and like ride my bike another time. This is where the WATTPAD part comes in. So as I was going home, I don't even know how to explain this without making it sound like another classic WATTPAD story, and like I got it from WATTPAD and actually thought that YN was actually me and telling the story time from a WATTPAD story. It was not a WATTPAD story. Like, this actually happened. So as I was going home, I was like riding my bike, you know, like I was out of breath because I was like kind of going up a hill. It wasn't really a hill that much. It was like this. It was kind of like this, if that makes any sense. I'm going up the hill and like I'm out of breath. This big bun and like the hairs were just like sticking out like this. Like I looked like Albert Einstein. Like, it was just bad. And then I see this other person riding a bike and I'm like, oh, okay, it's probably just like an old man, because like there's not really any cute boys in my neighborhood. Like, it's just all a lot of older people, like more retired people live here. I was like about to wave and stuff like that, and then I see it is a 15 to 17 if I'd have to guess. I don't know his age and I'm not very good at guessing ages. He was cute, okay? And when I say cute, he was really cute. Like, my jaw dropped. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, I was riding my bike like this. I was like and he was kind of looking at me like he was giving one of those like TikTok boys, you know how the TikTok boys are. He was like this. He was like Like, he had a smirk the entire time. Like, if I had to describe an emoji, it would be this emoji. Like, he just had that face the entire time because he knows he was being looked at. He knows that he could be a model. He knows that he's cute. And, of course, me being me, I just kind of, like, biked a little bit slower. And I did not talk to him because he used to just really scare me, to be honest. Like, I know I'm a teenager, but I just hate talking to other teenagers unless I like really know them or unless it's at school. But if it's just like out and about, it makes me nervous. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna bike a little bit slower and hope he talks to me. Well, he just kept his smirk on and he did not talk to me. So I lost my chance at love. Like, Cupid was looking out for me. Like, he was shooting me with his arrow. He was trying to be like, go
For him. But
I didn't.
Moshi moshi.
So far, these past like 2 or 3 days have been a Wattpad story, but like without the ending, like just like the beginning of the Wattpad story and then it stops. Because another time that my life was becoming a Wattpad story was about 4 days ago whenever I turned into a bee. That sounds really stupid when I say it out loud, but I did that. So while I was doing that, there was another boy on his bike. I know, this is like a sign from like the universe for me to be like, to be into biker boys, like instead of like, you know, skater boys or something, like be into biker boys so you can like bike ride with them. Like that'd be kind of cute. Anyway, so there's this guy riding his bike and God, I just hate telling this because like I literally lost an opportunity at true love. Like this could have been my soulmate for all I know, and I just lost him because I'm super impulsive and don't think about things, and I'm just like, oh, I'm just gonna do it, you know. Well, you know what? Sometimes you shouldn't take advice from a Nike ad and you should just not do it sometimes. So, this is so embarrassing. He was bike riding and he was coming towards me. He was like rampaging towards me. I was so scared. I was like, okay, a teenage boy's coming towards me. He's trying to talk to me. So I ran back inside. I literally just ruined everything for myself. Well, 2 days later, I got really upset with myself for like running away from him when I should have just embraced my bee-ness and started buzzing towards him. Done that, but I didn't. And I got really upset with myself. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna tell my crush I like him. So I did. And I'm literally gonna sound like on period X game modes. Like this, oh. So I tell him I like him, and he's like really sweet about it, he's really nice about it, and I start yelling at him. Like, well, over the phone, I start yelling at him, and I'm like, you know what, no, like, I'm just not good enough for you, like, why am I not good enough for anybody, like, nobody likes me. I start comparing myself on all these social media girls to him, and he's being so nice. I'm yelling, I'm screaming at him, and I'm like bawling my eyes out. My God, I keep ruining everything for myself. So now I ruined a friendship, and I don't have a boyfriend. Well, I didn't ruin the friendship. Him and I are actually still really good friends. It's just now he knows I like him, so it's kind of a little bit awkward. And then the other day I talked to him about a boy, so I don't know what he thinks right now. He's probably really confused, and I don't blame him. Like, I would be too. In fact, I am. Like I had Wattpad potential, but I ruined all of my Wattpad potential. So now I'm just gonna be stuck being a realistic book instead of being like a Wattpad book because, you know, everyone knows that Wattpad stories are way better because you get like the adventure, the excitement, like you feel like Dora Explorer love.